This is what the interior of my 2004 Maxima looks like now. The car originally came with cloth interior, so I upgraded the interior to leather. I installed a newer generation steering wheel in the car and also a 10-inch double-din screen. But in this video, I'll be installing the Elite Package rear seats in the car, upgraded LED lighting, illuminated cup holders, and I'll also be fixing the rear ventilation issue that these Maximas have. The first thing that I'm working on in this video is the interior lighting. This is what I had previously. It wasn't terrible, but I knew it could be better, and I wanted the LEDs to be a lot brighter. So I ordered new LEDs on Amazon. These are the ones that I use. And before I start installing everything though, I wanted to test them first. I didn't want to spend a ton of time taking the old setup out and then having to wire them in just to find out that the color wasn't right or they weren't as bright as I wanted them to be. And as you can see, these are a lot brighter than the setup that I had in the car. I removed the lower panels from the car so I can install them outside of the car, so it'd be a lot easier to mount the lights and do the wiring. And the goal here is to make it look as OEM as possible. I didn't want to be sitting in the car and see the LED housing or the wirings hanging out from the bottom of the dash. I did the passenger side glove box first. It all comes out in one piece, so I had to make sure that the wiring didn't interfere with the hinges of the box and that there'd be enough length in order for me to connect it to the wires that are currently in the car. And once the passenger side was taken care of, I moved over to the driver's side. Again, it's the same, it's just positioning the lights, and I'm using self-tapping screws to actually secure the lights to the panels. And once the light's in place, I'm working on the wiring. And of course, as I go to install everything, it starts to rain. One of the perks of living in Florida. I also got another set of replacement LEDs for the seats. And that will replace the LEDs that I had installed underneath the passenger and driver's side seat. And I started on the passenger side. I already have the seats removed and I'm using a stool to prop it up. I'm going to be using the wiring that I already had there from the previous lights. And I have this wired up to the door lights, so when you open up the door, all the other lights will come on. And seeing the lights in the car, it's a big improvement from what I had before. These lights are way brighter. So I did the same for the driver's side. I installed the kick panels on both the driver and passenger side for the glove box. and I started working on the center console. The center console for the Elite package is unique for it, so I'll be swapping that out with the one that I have in the car. There are a few things that I do have to swap over because on the Elite package center console, there were some things that were broken, so instead of trying to fix them, I'm just going to swap them over from the one that I have now. And this was a perfect opportunity to clean everything up before I actually put it back in the car, so that's what I'm doing here. Now, once I had the new center console in the car, I did notice that it doesn't seal properly with the AC vents that run from the front. And I know this is a common problem on Maximas and other cars that have rear AC vents, that it doesn't blow as cold as the other vents in the car. And when inspecting it, I realized that it doesn't seat properly around the actual tube that runs from the AC. So what I used is a piece of foam to bring the vent tube up, and this allows it to make a better contact or better connection with the vent opening. And then I'm using double-sided insulation tape to secure everything together. Yeah, the adhesive on this is not the greatest. So now that that's taken care of, I can start actually working on getting the old seats out of the car. The first step is getting everything unbolted. The lower bench or the bottom portion of the seat is simple. It's just two tabs that you pull on and the seat comes right out. Now for the back portion, it comes out in one whole piece, but it has multiple bolts that you have to take off in order to get it out. The first thing I did was remove the seat belts and the seat buckles so that I can get them out of the way, so I have access to the seat and the other bolts that I need to take out. And I have to remove everything, the brackets that were there, because the Elite package seats require additional mounting hardware that are specific for it. So it becomes more than just swapping in one seat for another. things we don't need anymore, like this. We no longer need this. These have to come out. These have to come out on both sides because the plate is gonna sit over this whole thing, and the seats are gonna hook to it. And once everything's removed, I can install the new mounting panel that will allow the Elite package seats to properly bolt into the car. And of course, it started to rain again. I'm removing these aluminum floor coverings. The seat actually has tabs that it's supposed to sit in. I'm trying to get the other ones out from the old car, but for the life of me, I can't figure out how to get them out. The seat will still fits perfectly for the other tab that sits there that came with the factory seats. So for right now, the seats are still secure. It's just that other tab I gotta figure out how to get that installed. And once that's done, I'm moving to the center console for the rear. I already have some wiring running through the front to the rear, just positive and negative, to supply power to the back half of the car. And there's a few connectors that are part of the center console. They supply power for the heated seats and the rear sunshade that I need to install in the car as well. And unfortunately, I didn't get an opportunity to work with the heated seats and get everything connected. So for now, the seats are just gonna have to go in, and then I'll have to worry about the wiring as far as getting all the switches to work. But it's Florida, it doesn't get cold, so it's something that I probably will never use. And everything from the Elite package bolts in like OEM. All the holes are there for you to just screw all the nuts and bolts in. Besides some of the brackets that you need to pull over from a donor car, everything fits perfectly. And right before I finished, of course, it had to start raining again. And this is the setup that I had before, and this is what we have now. And this is where we're at with the Maxima. What started with some small projects has snowballed into the Elite package installed, ambient lighting for the footwells. We have the cup holder LEDs, the steering wheel, the 10-inch Android screen. That's the part of building an older car. It always gives you opportunities to find things that need to be fixed and improved on. Next, the plans that I have for this car are more performance oriented. I'm going to start working on getting an exhaust for the car, and definitely I want to turbocharge this car, so that's something that's in the works. As always, thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe. I'll catch you on the next one.